Yo, the real truth out is back at you. Hope y'all having a blessed day. And man, I hope y'all have many more. You know how when you get up in the age and everything, you don't know what you're gonna have. So I hope y'all doing fine and well. But I did a video a while back and everything about Dalton, about Tiffany A. Henry. And we was always wondering. I did a video on this I guess it was this sex offender that they had as a code enforcer. Which I couldn't understand. How can you have a code enforcer which comes to people housing and everything, and then they got a sex offender uh felony record? It just puzzled me that a mayor would allow something like that to happen. And being that she the one that will hire this person, it just bothered me. But I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, everybody got their own story and everything to tell about what happened in their life. And especially at an early age at 16, 15, 17, 18 years old, you just never know. Uh, you never know what goes on, and you want to hear it from the horse's mouth, quote unquote. You really want to know from the horse's mouth. You don't want any things that go to you through your mind that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? You rather be faced with the truth than a lie, which I would. But it's Lavell Redmond that was a code enforcement for Dalton, Illinois township. Now, everybody done did these stories on Tiffany A. Henry and know that she's a scum mirror, and which we all know that, and we know the feds is watching her, and a couple of people in trouble down there in Dalton. Now, I'm gonna hold back on Tiffany, Tiff, as they call her, or Tahoe Tiff, or Super Mirror. I'm gonna hold back, and I'm gonna let this boy, let this man explain himself on and I always I'm gonna leave a video up here and everything. You can see it in a minute, but look at it. Go back into my videos and look at it. I recommend that first. So if you want to, you can stop it here or whatever. But look at that video as well, and see why the news had to grab this and everything about a sex offender being a code enforcement, being that they had to go to people's houses and everything, knock on doors and help folks out and this and that and everything, or uh, give out. They don't too much help out folks. They giving them out tickets and stuff and everything. The grass grow too high, or seem like they find every kind of problem. Your car is old in the yard. Seem like they just what they for the state. They for any state that's in the town, the township or the city or wherever. But I want y'all to look at. I'm gonna do probably 2 to 3 parts of this and everything because the video is so long. But I really want to talk on it and hear what y'all had to say. And even if you done watched it before, let's point out some key points on these things and everything. Let's see what's going on. But as I say, the story is with he was a sex offender. He he was charged. So let's see what he had to say.
One, go.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? This is your boy Jedediah, aka Black, your host here on Investigating Avenue.
And I want to say one thing, man. Jedediah, he been holding. Dolton down for a long time. And I think he's somewhere down there. But he been on it. He's been on Tiffany A. Henry. He's been on this guy here. To the left is the sex offender. And to the right is my man Jedediah. All right, let's get back with it.
Okay. And so tonight I'm very excited because as we have been highly anticipating this conversation, today we're going to have a conversation with Lavell Redmond, who is going to affectionately be known in this conversation as JB. JB, thank you for being here with us today. My pleasure. And as you all see, JB came ready. Ready. That man is sharp. He is sharp from the head on down, the matching socks, the shirt, and everything else.
He is clean though, ain't he? I guess that dollar money is good. He got something left over. But he is clean. Boy sharp.
I'm glad I got me a little sparkle, but it's okay.
You
This
all right,
host
Jedediah?
will do better. Now, one of the things, as a matter of fact, we may also change his title. He gonna be the host because he look good, and I'm a seat filler, just feeling like a seat filler. That man is sharp. That man is sharp, y'all. Okay, so today we're gonna get into some things that I think a lot of us want to know. This is a person or a man that has definitely been talked about very widely as it relates to what is going on in Dolton. And we're going to have this conversation as transparent and as open. I think he's agreed to that. But we also want to acknowledge that JB is in his own litigation. He's actually pursuing some civil matters. And we're going to respect that. And if he can't talk about something or don't want to talk about something, we're going to respect it because we're going to definitely give him homage for being here today. So let me just start there by saying, man, how you doing? How you been? What's up with you?
I've been maintaining in spite, you know. Yeah, I'm blessed. Here, breathing, healthy. You know, so yeah, I would say I'm blessed.
Maintaining, blessed, love it. I think, do we have footage of the recordings? I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know how I be on these shows. We don't. We should have got it. I just thought, oh Lord have mercy, stuff like that. So we literally have heard about Lavell Redmond because you served in the village of Dolton as a code enforcement officer. And I guess I kind of think we should just start there. How was it serving in the village of Dolton as a code enforcement officer? My nerves.
Well, I will say, because I'm going to try to be as transparent and as honest as possible, neither one of us was actually certified to serve as code enforcement officers. So I will start there. My job, much like police officers, we are more like beautify officers. So what we do is we make sure people's lawns are cut, nobody has trash in the yard, doors are not broken, people have addresses properly placed on the house as well as on the garage of the house. So I never really got out of the vehicle. I was just a person that drove around frequent certain areas, and I would give people, warnings if they had any infractions.
Let me tell you something. Usually, code enforcement gonna have contact with homeowners. I just don't believe it. But it might be telling the truth. But myself, I don't believe it.
Things. So I wasn't an inspector, so I wasn't able to go to anybody's homes for no particular reason.
Which is obviously something that's been said a lot. So you didn't go into people's homes.
No.
You also, you started off saying that you knew that you were not certified. And is that in hindsight, or did you know at the time that you were not certified to do the job?
Well, I learned afterward that we were supposed to be certified. To be very honest with you, I wasn't. I didn't put in for a job in the village at all. I was ushered into the job by Tiffany.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
was offered.
It was offered. I turned it down a few times. I was told that I would get a high-paying job at first, and I turned that down. Tiffany sent other people to try to coerce me to come work for the village initially, because we're a little bit
Right.
fast forwarded the details. But before she became the mayor, we were supposed to start a business together, a greeting card business. So
She a rat.
um, with me, I told her I don't want to work for nobody. We were supposed to sign an LLC together, go into business. She talked to some Italian lawyer she had on the phone. He was on speaker. I heard him. And yeah, we were supposed to start a business together. She was amped up for it, and that never happened for other reasons. But when she did handle the transition team with Dorothy Brown and other people who she promised all these jobs to, I told her I didn't want to work. In her defense, she did try to offer me a high-paying job, so she said, but I didn't want to take it. So eventually, I did have to put gas in my vehicle. I did have to live and survive. So I humbled myself and I went on and took a job. When I got to the village, I didn't know what job it would be. She told me that I wouldn't be micromanaged. I'd be free to just drive and stay out of the way and write tickets. So it sounded appealing to me. Wow.
Won't be micromanaged. So that means he got nobody to watch him. Make sure that he's doing everything correctly, and to make sure nothing is going on. So this is type of thing I'm saying is that persons that you sending out there to people's houses and everything with no oversight. What kind of person? What kind of you say you're a mother with a child? What um, kind of person are you? I mean, what kind of person? What kind of person? It doesn't make any sense. If you got any morals or anything like that, I mean, how was you raised to do things like this? Because I think I was raised a little bit better. But to go to people's house and and you supervise yourself, you're the big man. It's disgusting.
And eventually that's when I learned what a code enforcement officer was. So I told her I didn't have a GED. She said she didn't care, just make it look good. And I did that. I just marked whatever, jumped on Google, found out how to together a resume, did it. She rushed it into the office of HR, and I was hired.
Wowza, that was
Now, being that she rushed it to the HR and HR didn't check his background. Something wrong with that too. She need to be fired too.
that was loaded. And I first of all want to definitely acknowledge and appreciate the level of transparency and upfrontedness. For me,
But I really thank him
I'm
for
new
coming
in
out.
interviewing. I'm new in having a damn show, and we all know that.
So
But
we got to
I
give him
would say
props
one
on
of the
that.
things that I appreciate right now is that it is clear that you could speak for yourself. And while you've seen your name be talked about so much, and you've not spoken for yourself, but you clearly are capable of doing. I can imagine that would be difficult, but I would want to know why.
I'm sorry.
Why haven't you spoke out before
So,
today?
I don't want to make this a religious thing, but I am a child of God, so I will say that the Spirit told me to buckle down. I can't tell you that as a man and as a person that was demonized, I did not want to speak out. So I prayed about it. Tiffany's team did a lot to silence me in the wake of me being plastered all over the news. I was hidden in the basement in Village Hall.
about
I was
right.
protested against. Um, and yes, I wanted to speak out, but I was transfixed on protecting her image. I did not want to do anything that would put a bad light on her. I was very much inspired by her movement as, young Black woman making history. So anything,
Top food.
and I was internally grateful for her, giving
Give
me
me
the
this money.
job. But I
Give me
was
this money.
very adamant about staying out of nonsense, just to keep her in a bright light, and
You were protecting her.
I was protecting her.
You cared about Tiffany more than you being dragged. And so that
Shame.
would make me wonder, as a person, as a man, it will make me wonder why. Why did you care so much about Tiffany Henry?
I'm gonna tell you a story that nobody knew.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so in the beginning, I didn't know who Tiffany Henyard was. Her cousin Dion lived next door to my mother, and I'm very overprotective of most people in my life, and in particular my mother, like most men should. And I would periodically catch him helping my mother carry groceries up the stairs, and I was very concerned about who he was. So I jumped out of the vehicle. I talked to him. I learned he was a gentleman. It's just his character. That's what he does. He helps old women across the street. That's just what he does. And that was admirable of him. And I befriended him. We talked. I got familiar with him. Learned that he was a guy that was always trying to get into something positive and productive. And that was attractive to me. And he kept telling me, maybe you need to go out to Dolton. My little cousin is running for mayor out there. I think you can find some opportunity out there. And I was like, I don't do politics. I don't want nothing to do with that. So he was asking me for months upon her. I didn't know she would trust. I didn't know nothing about her. So eventually he got me by saying there was a party being thrown out there, which he tricked me. So
Snakes.
he was like, yeah, it's going to be a lot of girls out there. It's a nice party. I know you got a woman, but it's going to be a good time. So I went out there and I went into a campaign office and there was no party. So he tricked me, to come out there and do campaign work. That's what he did. And so
the political part.
the political part. So upon me paying attention and surveying my surroundings, Tiffany Henyard walked up. And she walked up to me with these big eyes and this big smile.
Watch what the snake
Her
say.
energy was infectious. I couldn't say no to this woman. I don't know what it was, but in hindsight, I see she's very good at imposing her will
Lil Wayne.
and her energy on you. But
Sister.
she said, did you come out here to help me campaign? And I looked at Dion and I looked at her and I could not tell this woman no. So I had a Land Rover at the time. And those who own a Land Rover know it's a gas guzzler. I didn't have no job. I was on hard times. And I worked in and out jobs with temp services, this, that, and the third. So I rolled up and down the blocks of Dolton, passing out literature, putting it in people's doors, and was running out of gas. So I called Dion and I told him, I said, look, you tricked me out here. I need some gas money. So he was like, oh, that's not nothing. I can get you some gas money if that's the problem. I said, no, that's not the problem. The problem is you lied to me to get me out of here. There's no party, and I'm going door to door passing out literature for Tiffany. So after that, he offered to give me money. I didn't take it, but I made a mental note not to campaign no more.
Now, how can you have a sex offender on your campaign? This is wild. It's getting good now. It's getting good. Y'all watch this, man, to the end.
More. But for some reason, again, when I saw Tiffany again, I could not say no to this woman. It's just
Now let me explore this. Not say no. Is it because you thought that okay, this is a woman who could become the next president? Her candidacy, I believe in it, I buy in it, or did you think that she's beautiful? This as a man, a personal feel.
She ain't
Because
beautiful.
not being irresistible, what made her that? I think she looked like Lil Wayne.
well, I will say
Yeah.
this. I will say this. I wasn't directly attracted to her physically. She's a cute girl, I guess, but she just wasn't my type. Just being honest. Um, what
What's wrong
really
with people's eyes?
was attractive to me about Tiffany is her energy and her level of drive. I've always prided myself on a tenacious and driven woman. So when I saw those
She
attributes in
is
her,
much.
it was attractive to me. I saw how much of a go-getter she was, and she was just dogged about what she wanted. Yeah. And so, to be very honest with you, I was attracted to her cousin Tamika, who worked in the campaign office. And so, um, as it went on, I realized that Tiffany had like sort of a schoolgirl crush on me. But I didn't initially see it. Her father warmed up to me, Rome, and all of us are from the west side of Chicago. Just so you know, the I grew here and flew here phrase. Tiffany lived on Troy, out west, right off Kedzie and Roosevelt.
You lied.
And my whole family knows her whole.
I grew here, flew here. That's her catchphrase. Telling everybody she was born and raised in Dalton and this and that around that area, around in there. In Dalton. She's not from there.
Family. Not to throw you under the bus, dear.
Well, I'm driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, real talk.
So anyhow, I know her whole family. I know her uncles. You know, I know her. She got an uncle named Keith that still lives on Troy Junkyard. I know her whole family. And every time I go on the west side, I literally hang on the porch and have a beer or a drink or something. And one of her uncles, Keith, he always asks me for cigarettes. So I respect her father, so I'm not going to demonize her. I'm not going to use this platform to ridicule her and tear her down. She's done a fairly good job of doing that to herself.
Of course. Of course. You
I
don't have
will
to.
say this, you
You don't have
know,
to. She done did it herself.
they don't have great things to say about her. Yeah, so
Like the Lord say, like the good book say, everybody know, or if you got any kind of mind, people say, what people do to you, it'll come back to them tenfold. Now you don't have to. You just sit back and wait. I tell all the youngsters and everything. I tell everybody I can. Just you don't have to put your hands on somebody or whatever and everything, because whatever gonna come to them that they done to you, it's gonna come to them worse. I mean, stronger. I mean, I don't care if somebody hits you and you in broad daylight and everything. You got people around you and everything. I don't turn the cheek, but sometimes I do. But most time, uh, walk away, because eventually they're gonna get everything they deserve, even financially or through whatever happens to them. But they'll get it. The only thing you gotta do is lay back and let the Lord handle it. Put it in the Lord's hands. That's it. That's it. I wash my hands.
anyhow, back to the initial point at hand. I learned that she had a crush on me because she had an assistant in the office
There it
at the
is.
time that had a crush on me. And I won't say her name because I don't know if she wants her name put out in the. But anyhow, she hauled off and kissed me one day. I hugged her like I do everybody else in the office, and upon releasing her, she pecked me real quick.
Wait, who kissed you?
The assistant.
The assistant kissed you. Okay.
Yeah. So when she kissed me, unnaturally, my reflex was to jerk back, and it got back to Tiffany.
Was it a good kiss?
You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't attracted to her either, so
Okay.
I can't really say that the kiss settled on me well.
Okay, right.
Anyhow, rumors swirled around the office that me and her had something going on, and I denied it. So Tiffany brought it to me, and when she brought it to me, I thought she was coming to me with the energy of this is not professional.
No, she
I don't know
vain.
what's going on
She
in my
wants.
campaign office, but she came with another kind of energy that suggested that it was a little jealousy there.
Oh, wow.
But still, I didn't take her serious. You know, she was a vivacious girl. She was
Right, it's
always
getting
high
deep.
energetic, always, offering people food and all. So I didn't really zero in on the fact that she was serious. And so one day she pulled me to the side. She was like, "What's this I'm hearing about you and the young lady?" I said, "There's nothing going on between me and her." And she appeared to be a little annoyed, like almost angry. But everybody in the office believed it. So I don't really believe in explaining myself to no. But once I tell you this is not what it is, and you stay transfixed on belief, that's you can believe whatever you
So
want to believe at that point. So anyhow, she called me into a meeting one day. It was full of girls, and she asked me would I ever date a woman because she had power.
meaning
And at
her.
that point, I realized she was talking about herself.
Yo, I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this, man, because it's getting live. Now, that's saying she want him. She want the sex offender. But she got a young kid at home. I don't know. This kind of seemed funny to me. But y'all leave in the comments. Let me know what y'all thinking. Think below. And like, share, and subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the only thing I do is click that button. That's it. You're on your phone, click it. You're at home, on the computer, click it. Whatever you got to do, just click the button. And leave me some comments. I like to read them. And I send something back to you and everything. Show you how to tell you I, I feel what you said on what you said. But and I always got time for my people. So leave me a comment. Uh, they need to get into the gritty, man. Uh, she, I don't know how many boyfriends a girl, boyfriend she done had or whatever and everything. It seems like this woman want it all. This is gross, man. This is gross. Uh, I'm gonna get back with you. I'm gonna let y'all know the real truth about this, man. Y'all have fun, have a blessed day. I'm gonna send another video out there to let y'all know what I think on the other section, on the other part of this video. But I ain't through with it yet, and I ain't through with Tiffany and Levi neither. But Jeremiah Brown, Jedediah, Jedediah. I want to let you know, keep doing the good work, man. Because if it weren't for you, we wouldn't have these stories out here, and we wouldn't be hearing the true stories. Everybody can say something is true, but until you hear it out the horse's mouth, this is real. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Real truth artists, man. Peace. Love y'all.